Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Chamber Talk Business Edition with Dr. Denise. Today, on our 4 and 4 Spotlight series, where we connect you with people, businesses, and organizations making an impact right here in our community. Today, we're excited to feature the Fieldhouse Gym, a space that is quickly becoming a hub for athletes, families, and wellness in the Vail area. I'm proud to have us to be joined by Justice uh, and owner Zach Bilbrey, who is not here today. I get it. They're here to share more about their mission, their story, and what makes the Field House so special. So thank you so much for being here today with us.
Thank you for having me, Denise.
Wonderful, wonderful. So tell me a little bit before we jump into the 4 and 4. Tell us a little bit, our audience, about your company, how it got started.
So the Fieldhouse is a group fitness gym. We are designed to serve families in the Vail area, and we have group fitness classes in the mornings and the evenings, and then we have some youth classes during the day as well. Right now, we serve the homeschool population, but hoping to expand more in the fall.
Oh, that's wonderful. So tell us about the homeschool.
Yeah, so the homeschool classes are we have elementary and junior high classes. So we serve the younger population does more foundational stuff. So we call it an elevated PE. So it's we're not just playing games; we're playing games with a purpose. So we're focusing on jumping, running, throwing, all of those foundational athletic movements that will transfer over to sports as they get older. Yeah, and then our older population, they do a little bit more of a basic strength and conditioning program. So they will be under a barbell. They will be learning more gym terminology and things like that.
Well, that's exciting. And is it all of the homeschooled students? Is it offered to all of the homeschooled students in the area?
Yeah, it's open to anyone in Tucson. We're obviously in the southeast area, but yeah, we have a few different homeschool co-op groups that have kind of come together, and then they attend a class together as well. So then they have their educational piece, and then they come do some physical activity with us.
This sounds fun. So, what as you're developing into the individual membership, what will that look like? What is your vision for that?
Yeah, so we have our individual membership for adults right now, but as expanding our kids program, we're hoping to offer an after school class for kids for more outside of the homeschool population too. And our hope with that is to add a similar class time for adults so that adults can come bring their kids after school and they both get their workout in at the same time.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So there'll be kids and adults in the gym at the same time. Is there an age limit for this particular session?
We right now we're focused more on the elementary age, just creating more athletic foundations. We start at age 5, but we do have a kids space in our gym as well. So about a 200 square foot space that has toys, a little climbing wall, a desk, and coloring things like that. So it's a cool space for kids to hang out.
That sounds neat.
Yeah, and then we staff that during one of our classes during the day. So that's become our mom's class. So they all bring their little kids and they hang out with usually me. I'm in there with the kids, and then moms get their workout in. We have a blast, and then they get to go on with their day after they've each had a little time apart.
I love that. So let me ask you, you're new to the area, right?
Our family's been here for 6 years. So not super new, but yeah, we're not from here originally.
Oh, I love it. And how did you come up with the field house? I
The
like that
name, the
name.
Fieldhouse.
Yes.
It's really the Fieldhouse to me. When I think of a Fieldhouse, it's the place where teams gather before they go out to their sport or their field or their court or whatever. And so it's kind of our Fieldhouse for life. You come, you get your community, you get your workout, your time with your family or not, and and then you get to go out to life with the things you need, having filled your own cup first.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's ingenious. So, is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Where's your building?
Yeah, we're on kind of the corner of Old Vail and Valencia. There's the A Family Storage there. We're right in that complex there.
Nice. Well, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's jump into the questions.
Yeah.
There's 4 questions in 4 minutes. Sometimes we do go over, and that's okay. So don't feel pressure. But to get us started, can you share a little story behind the field house? And oh, you just did it. And who inspired? What inspired you to bring this concept? Well, what inspired you to bring this concept to Vail?
Yeah, it really did arise from a personal need. We have 4 kids, age 7 and under, so it became more of a like mission for me to get to the gym by myself, and it was, make sure dad's good with the kids. I was getting up, going at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Oh,
and then
that's
rallying with the
early.
kids all day. Yeah, it is a long day. And there is some gyms that allow you to bring your kids, but it wasn't that wasn't the original intention for the gym. So our intention was to serve families. That's what we're designed for. It's not an afterthought. That's the main mission behind what we do.
So did the kids, so if I had kids that were little and we were in your gym, would they be over there just doing their stuff while I'm doing my stuff on the treadmill?
Yeah, so our classes are about an hour long. So the classes are like our 9:30 classes where we have our childcare. So the moms come in, they usually drop their kid off about 5 minutes early with me. They get to go have some social time with their friends. They do their workout, and then our door, it's a half door. So we've got a window on the top, so it's closed, but moms can still look in and be like, okay, my kid's safe, they're doing well. And we've got lots of open-ended toys, and I become a kid for an hour in there with the kids. It's great. It's really great.
Nice.
And then they pick up their kid after, so they're right there in the same building. They don't actually have to leave their child, but they still get that separation and space for themselves.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's very convenient,
Yeah.
especially being a busy parent
Yes.
and then trying to get your steps in and, your 30 minutes on the treadmill. It can be challenging. This is such a powerful vision, especially for a growing community like ours. How does the Field House support local families and athletes and the overall growth of youth sports and wellness in our area?
The biggest thing we try to do is remove the barriers. So I feel like as a family, there is so many things in the way of being able to get to the gym and connect with other people in a social setting also. And I think the gym can be one of those really cool third spaces. Like we have our home, we have our work, but we need that space outside where we can actually just be us as a person, not mom, not wife, not work at work, not working, and be able to connect with friends and also get exercise in at the same time.
I love it. Thank you. It's clear that you're really making a difference, not just in fitness, but in building a community.
Yeah, we actually just hosted our first event yesterday. It was called Sweat and Skin. And so it's a little bit of a unique event, but an esthetician reached out to us and we were like, yeah, like let's figure out how we can collaborate. So we did a cool 30-minute workout. And then we had a local new pop up cottage kitchen called Hungry Ghost Bagels. They did some bagels, and then Rosita Coffee Company came and set up her cart. And so we had that little like food and snack break. And then the esthetician did a 30-minute post workout facial tutorial right there and had some little sample products and stuff. So that was really cool to partner with other businesses in the area and create something that was, centered around wellness, but not necessarily just about working out.
I love that.
Yeah.
You got to let us know when you do stuff like that
Yeah,
so we
absolutely.
can promote you. So we're going to switch gears for a moment. What's one thing about the Field House that people might be surprised to learn?
I think people would be surprised at how personal the experience is actually in the gym. A lot of the more big box style gyms, you walk in and you may not talk to anybody the whole time you're there. And some people might like that. But we find that it's more sustainable and there's a lot more personal accountability when you have people in the gym that are expecting you to show up to your 4:45 class. And so you show up and you get to enjoy that time with your friends and excuse me, I lost my train of thought.
No, you're fine. You're fine. What might people be surprised to learn?
Oh yeah, and yeah, just that our coaches. One of our big values is relationship first coaching. So instead of focusing just on the workout, they first know your name, of course, and then they know, what are their actual goals. If Denise comes in the gym, is she looking to do a bodybuilding competition? Maybe, but she might just be wanting to get up and down off the floor with her kids or her grandkids, right? And so making sure our coaches know that so that they're not like, come on, like put more weight on the bar. It's like, come on, okay, that's not what I'm here for. And so that's really important to us that we know our members' goals and then also their limitations. What else do they have going outside of the gym, whether it be, personally, like work, emotionally, etc., or injuries they have going on before they come into the gym as well.
I love that
Yeah.
because, yes, when I go to the gym with friends, they're like, yeah, let's do these heavy weights. And I'm like, I'm not built for that. Just put me on the treadmill for an hour and
Oh
I'm fine.
yeah.
And they're like, you got to work out. So I appreciate that you
Yeah.
make it personal and authentic because you're right. Oftentimes you hear that gyms are just a meat market. You go in there and, you're trying to match a TikTok
Yeah. Yeah.
fan favorite influencer, or you're trying to something you saw in a magazine and you're
Hmm.
like, I want to be big like that person. And you're
Yeah.
like, that takes a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we're not a quick fix kind of gym. It's definitely about the long haul.
I love it. I love that these are the kind of details that really make this place unique, your place unique. And finally, if you could describe the Fieldhouse experience in 3 words, what would it be and why?
The 3 words that come to mind, they're very much related to our values, but the first one I would say is connected. And that kind of
Mm,
goes along with that same thing people might be surprised about is just how much of a thing people look forward to going to the gym because there's people they know there and people that know them. And another one would be sustainable. I think the gym, a lot of times, people get these big bursts of motivation, and it's like, let me go to the gym. I'm going to get that membership, and then I know, right? Everyone, and but when it's just you, it's after a few months, you're like, oh, okay, this came up or this came up, and so it's not as sustainable to get to the gym when you don't have that accountability factor.
yeah.
And then our workouts are also designed, like I said, they're not designed to beat you down, but more to fuel your life and be able to help make you feel better in the rest of your day versus worse.
I love it because you're right. At the beginning of the year, in January, everyone has this hope, and
Yeah.
everybody's joining the gym January 1st for a New Year's resolution, and
Yeah.
by the 15th, you're like,
Yeah. By
go Steph.
Valentine's Day, I mean, it's long gone, all those goals.
Yes.
And the last one I would say is safe. That's a big thing with functional fitness, which is what we do. And especially when you cross over into the CrossFit world, you start hearing people are really hesitant about getting hurt, and
Yeah.
for good reason too. It is easy to get hurt when you're not being coached well with the other things in mind, like what you have going on outside of the gym or injuries. So safety is really big for us, making sure that people are moving well and not injuring themselves.
So in your gym, do you have a coach or coaches available so people can get one-on-one even though it's a group setting?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it there a coach assigned to each group session so that there's adjustments being made?
Yeah, so we limit our group classes to 16 people. So and right now they're a little bit smaller, which is really good. So can get to know everybody really well. And then so the coach, leads everyone through that workout for an hour. But if somebody needs personal attention, there's that time and space to go and step away and coach them specifically. We also have personal training. So if somebody's like, hey, I'm really having a hard time with this movement specifically, or
Mhm.
one of our coaches can say, we've got personal training. Why don't you come in and you and I can work on that specifically for 30 or 60 minutes?
Well, that's wonderful. So, is before we close, is there any question I didn't ask or anything that you would like to share with our audience that just brings them in, plugs them in, or plugs you in with the community?
Yeah, just that, like I said, we really want to be a third space for people and create more of a community and a social feel for the gym instead of it just being about exercise. Because, I mean, there is very few people that actually